Hi everyone, vickieverlie here, rock and roll prophetess. This is going to be the reading for the full moon on this blue full moon, second full moon of the month, on All Hallows Eve, Halloween, Samhain. So it's really powerful and magical without even looking at the chart, just because it's special, because it's a blue moon, the second full moon in the month, and the fact that it's on Halloween. That makes it even... Halloween is a magically charged day to begin with, and then this bright full moon, blue moon happening. Pretty cool. So it's in the sign of Taurus. The full moon itself is in the sign of Taurus, of course, opposed to the sun in Scorpio. Okay, so we've got a little stellium going on here in Taurus, it looks like. We've got the moon right in the middle, and then we've got Lilith on one side and Uranus on the other. So anything could happen. Wow. Anything could happen and probably will. That's what the guys chimed in with. Indeed, I bet it will. Anyways, so yeah, Uranus is unpredictable. Everything's, it's different, and it will be a different kind of Halloween because of the pandemic stuff that's going on. So it will be different than other Halloweens. With the Uranus, I mean, we could just take it down to that level. It could just be Uranian is all these electronic gadgets and stuff. So there'll be more of that going on, maybe some virtual stuff. But Lilith is there, and Lilith is the empowered woman, but Lilith has big magic, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, Lilith brings big magic to the party here. And it's definitely this, the full moon is the feminine energy, and then we've got this dark moon Lilith, dark moon energy going on, so there's this mystique. The feminine mystique is active and present at this point. Yeah, it looks cool. It does look cool. And I haven't even looked at this. I know there's going to be some squares and some stuff going on. We have Mars square Jupiter. That's not terrible. Mercury square Saturn. That could be a little And then the Neptune node thing, that's been going on. But let's look around here for some more of these 8-degree or lower degree marks here. It is doing like an in conjunct to Venus thing, or whatever this is. This odd aspect, the adjustment aspect. And that's about it. It's really kind of self-involved and involved with itself here. It's kind of swimming in its own sea, in its own vibe, in its own... I'm hearing accoutrements. I don't even know if that's a correct term, but that's what I'm getting on that. So there's something about some accoutrements going on here. Well, we do have the Mars is squaring the nodes too, or trining the nodes. Mars is making an aspect to the nodes, and it's making aspects to the Capricorn stuff over here. So, and it's joining up, it's still in the vibe here with Chiron. So Mars is active also, but in a very favorable way, I feel. I feel this with the Jupiter energy. It's like getting motivated. It's like, let's roll up our sleeves and get the job done. Let's, build. We're building, they're saying building from the ground up is what I'm getting. But we're building something, and with the Capricorn idea of building things, and then with the Mars innovation and energy, it could really, things could really start happening. You could really start seeing progress and stability. Even though you would think it would be instability with Mars and Capricorn, Aries and Capricorn energy, I'm feeling in this case like a lot of stability. Maybe because the full moon's in Taurus too. That's also just bringing in that energy, that vibe of Taurus is very stable, grounded, down to earth. I accidentally, maybe it was last year, or maybe it's been a little while yet, but I accidentally just put these part of fortunes in, or forgot to take them out actually when I ran the whole year's charts. And I have been leaving them in intentionally because I think it's relevant. And it's conjuncting the North Node. That's really drawing me in and pulling me in here. So the North Node is always the way we want to go in life. It's our true north. It's the direction we want to steer things in, and we're meant to steer things in. And our higher aspects of ourself and our guide and our team are trying to steer us toward our chosen path in life that is heavily involved in the North Node. So that's important. It's an important thing. And then we've got the part of fortune there. So fortunate, with Uranus too, I always think of the part of fortune as sort of like unexpected. Or, well, it reminds me, I guess, of the Wheel of Fortune in the tarot. I think that's probably what it is. And I always think of it as unexpected turn of events. It can be. And there could be an unexpected turn of events, but with the Taurus energy, It's really going to be grounded in reality. It's usually not going to be like what it can be with the Gemini energy. It can be like abstract thought and abstract concepts and things like that. It could be that, but there's a pathway or a road or an illumination on how to really ground it into the foundation of 3D, getting grounded. I think getting grounded is kind of like a big thing. It's been coming up in the channeling what I've been doing a lot lately. And I think this Taurus moon is really going to shine a light on that too. I think because because, we've gone through as a collective this big turbulence. Now there's many people that want to slap different interpretations on it. Everybody's, got their interpretations of it, but I got that in that last year back in November, December, that said they were going to be the year of the Great Awakening, and that's what my guides are conveying to me. But no matter what you want to call it or how you want to view it or interpret it, there's been disruption. There's been disruption through all of our lives here. Our lives have been disrupted, and now we're grounding in. There's like an arc, it's like, what the heck happened here? Oh my God, where's the toilet paper or whatever? And then, it slopes back down again. We get into a groove. It slopes back down into, I don't like to use the word the new normal. I don't like to use that because it's always going to be, I think what this year probably has shown us is that, nothing is forever, nothing is forever but the earth and sky, right? Yeah, and even that's probably not forever. But we've got to be adaptable. We've got to keep. They say this a lot too, that we didn't come here to just be in the status quo and to just be a cog in the machine. Everybody who's incarnated. Certainly, I would imagine everybody watching this video, because you have some kind of curiosity or awareness of something beyond the 3D reality. Everybody who's, involved in this Earth School incarnation thing, came here to be a unique expression of, of the highest form. That's what we came here to be. And so, so many of us get cogged into these, like the cog in the machine boxed in. So this is what this Uranus and Taurus is been a piece of the influential in us, disrupting our Taurian groundedness, the Uranian energy mixed with the grounded Taurus, and then we've got all this crazy electricity, and it's like grumpy. Like, why are you bothering me? I'm perfectly happy being right here where I am, and now it's just like, okay, I'll play with you. It's been a little while. Uranus has been in Taurus a little while, and it's like, Taurus is like, okay, Uranus, you're not going away. It's like a dog that keeps bringing you the toy, and you just want to sit and read or whatever. It's just like, okay, I'll play, I'll get up. So Taurus, now it's coming into this. It's getting really grounded. And Taurus, maybe instead of being aggravated, by the energy of Uranus, is kind of like, okay, maybe, and also, okay, I'll play, but also like, maybe Uranus, maybe you're not such a bad lot after all. Maybe we could work together and come up with something here. Maybe we can forge some kind of new alliance or some new, forge in the new reality. That's, I think, what's going on. So it's cool. That's cool. And Lilith is the brutal truth. That's the vibe I get, of the Lilith story, It was like she was trying to be, she was like, no, she would not deny her personal truth. She would not crumble, She's like, I am just as equal as Adam. I am my unique sovereign being unto myself. And I will not, Lilith, if anybody was not a cog, fighting the cog in the machine thing, it would have been Lilith. Of course, way pre-machinery, but whatever, you know what I'm saying. So Lilith has joined into this. Lilith has come to the aid because she's got a lot of really, she was a woman way ahead of her time. She's got a lot of really innovative and cool ideas too. So she's going to help forge this alliance. That's what I'm getting, yeah. Lilith is coming in to help forge the alliance. Yeah, and it's opposing the Sun conjunct Juno. You know, Juno, goddess of love, so we can do it in a loving way. We can ultimately create beauty. Juno wants to create, is the goddess of beauty, love and beauty, wants to create beauty. The Venus, which is the ruler of the Taurus new moon, Taurus is ruled by Venus, so the new moon is ruled by the planet Venus, is over here in the sign of Libra too. And again, love and beauty, you know, Venus, Libra, balance. So it could come about, and the Mercury is also in the sign of Libra. So we've got some Libra energy happening. Mercury, what was I going to say about Mercury? Wasn't it making an aspect or something here? Let's see here. Oh, Mars square Jupiter. Mercury squaring Pluto. Yeah, I knew there was something there. Yeah, Mercury squaring Pluto. But again, it's almost like the same scenario I just said. We think of Taurus as the dominant energy from the 3D reality aspect. And then, you know, we think of Pluto. I would think of Pluto as the dominant energy over Mercury any day of the week, right? Pluto will wipe the floor with Mercury if he can get a hold of him. But this is an aspect of, even though it's a square, maybe we can work together. Maybe I can, through words, communication, maybe my mental capacities can wrap its head around changes of thoughts, of things that maybe have been cemented in for a long time with the Capricorn energy. Old paradigm. Pluto's in there fighting for that anyway. It's actually Saturn and Mercury are the exact square. Look at that. Yeah. And that's more the vibe I'm picking up anyway. It's the Saturn expression of, I'm the old man. We're, you know, as long as you live under my roof, you're going to do things my way. You know, as long as you're in my country, you know, whatever it is, you know. Ownership over another's thoughts or another's way of being, you know. And being real staunch and not wanting to change. There could, because we've got this powerful, the full moon's in Taurus, but we've got the Venus, ruler of Taurus and Libra. It's pulling for Libra, it's pulling for resolution, it's pulling for balance, it's pulling for compromise and equal time. A little bit of the old and a little bit of the new. Makes a mighty healthy stew. Okay. Okay. A little bit of the old and a little bit of the new makes a mighty healthy stew. We need another syllable in there. A little bit of the old and a little bit of the new makes a mighty, 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 mighty good and healthy stew. Okay. I'll have to work that out later. Anyways, back to the reading. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, so, and talking about this Venus, it's opposing the Chiron. So it wants to heal these wounds. You know, Venus is like, come on, everybody. Let's kiss and make up. Let's work it out. Let's be grounded. Let's get grounded. Let's not get... Because sometimes when people are at odds with each other, or... A lot of it's just this rattling off of this shopping list of, what about this? And this is more feeling into it. Definitely more feeling into it. You know, Taurus is very, you know, Taurus are, especially men, Taurus men are men of few words. They're not chatterboxes, you know. They're just very grounded and very much speak with their bodies. And it's more of that. It's physical, sensual, you know. They're probably the most grounded. They're the fixed earth sign, so it's probably the most grounded energy walking around out there, or that we're working with. And then we bring in the Scorpio, and that's, you know, the super intuitive. It's interesting too, though, because Scorpio rules, you know, the eighth, and Pluto rules the 8th house of death, and it's thought of as, you know, kind of, you know, this spooky thing or whatever. And so that was the other thing I was going to say too, is that Scorpio, people with Scorpio moons very psychic. Anybody with Scorpio moon is, Pisces moon is probably the most psychic of people in their natal charts. If you're watching this to pick up a little astrology stuff. Things I've noticed. People with Pisces moon, very, very psychic and intuitive. People with Scorpio moons, also very, very psychic and intuitive. And then people with Scorpio moons can also often, they have the, the mediumship. They can talk to the dead because it's the 8th house of death. And so that we've got this element of Scorpio happening on All Hallows Eve and everything. And, it's pretty cool. Lends to the mystery of it all and the whole cool vibe of it all. All right, so the other thing we got going on, Neptune is sextiling Jupiter too. So again, Jupiter's going to be always shining a light on and emphasizing and bringing more of. So it's bringing more of, again, the Neptune. What did I just say? What's the most psychic moon, everybody? Boys and girls? What did I just say? Class. No, the most psychic moon, Pisces. Ruler of Pisces being Neptune. So Neptune, what was I talking about? I'm just thinking about where that came from. That must have been Cheech of Chong, right? Class, shut up! Where that just came out of left field. But anyways, we're talking about Neptune. And I was just saying about how the most psychic moon is Pisces. Well, that's the ruler of Neptune. So Neptune's really getting emphasized by the Jupiter contact. And it's been a pretty long going on one here. So you mix that into the stew. I was going to say soup, but since we had the little stew song that popped out a little while ago, here, we'll use that scenario. The stew, we put in the Neptune, we put in the Scorpio vibe, we put in All Hallows Eve and the full moon, and we come up with some really mysterious, magical vibrations and energy. It's like going within. It's more a going within thing than it is an outward expression. Even though Mars is doing some stuff and it's in Aries and we've got the air over here, the higher, the more intense, prevailing, because it is a Taurus moon, it's more like, it's more of a, just an inner groundedness, an inner, I'm seeing images of like the Buddha or the Empress in the tarot, these energies that are firmly planted and grounded, in the ground. And I just think that that's something we all are trying to do now, and we all are going through. The initial kind of shock or disruption of the Uranian energy is kind of, all right, we're in it, here we go. And now we're grounding it down. And the full moon in Taurus is really going to aid in us doing that, grounding it down. Or maybe even becoming aware, becoming aware of how we could change or do things differently and not be so stuck in our old ways. And like, well, maybe Uranus, okay, well, tell me what you're proposing. And you might not say, well, I'm not going to just pick up and change everything. Taurus wouldn't necessarily go along with that. But you'd be like, well, I like this portion of it. Maybe I can do this portion of it. And it's a little bit of expansion. And in the same way, by these connections being made, these connections being established, that Uranian energy has, I'm seeing like somebody flying a kite, like this is somebody grounding it in, and then it's flying around, but it's staying in the atmosphere like a kite or something like that. So, okay. Anyways. Yeah, so it's a real interesting and magical full moon. Full moons are always for releasing and letting go. So if there's anything that you would like to release from your life, this would be the time to do it. This is some good, powerful mojo you're working with. And full moons first will make you aware, and then will... as the moon wanes, as it goes from full to new, in the waning moon is the releasing cycle. So even if you didn't do it right on this first day, with it being a full moon in Earth, I think just about everywhere the ground wouldn't be frozen in the southern or northern hemisphere because we're in transitioning spring and fall. Might be a good time to bury it in the earth. You know, maybe write it on some leaves or natural material, what you're trying to release, and then bury it in the earth. Or what they just showed me actually was to plant it under a tree in order to give you strength. That's what they were just showing me just now. I got a vision of that. I'm getting I'm definitely, that's what I'm doing on the full moon. I'll be out digging some holes under the trees and planting some releasing stuff, I think. That's going to give you strength, because things you're trying to release are usually a burden on you, or something that's causing you difficulty, or you're grappling with, or yeah, what do you need to deal with those things in your life? You need to release it for sure, but you need the strength, you know, to carry on. Give me the strength to carry on. Yeah. All right, so this is the full moon. Hey, if you're interested in some of the things that I was talking about with the North Node and that, about being your true North, that's a lot of what I go into those soul readings, which is another one of the astrological-based readings that I do. Really the only one that I'm offering right now. And I also am offering, I'm open for the year ahead readings. I've gotten a lot of people ordering it every year. It's my most popular reading. So if you'd like to find out about that and get one for yourself, or even as a gift for somebody else, you can find out that information. And thirdly, my book is out. Woohoo! And it's finally out on Audible. It took a long time, but it's finally out on Audible. And there will be a link in the video too, where you can like listen for free with a 30-day trial if you wanted to, you know, you could listen to it for free if you want. Additionally, talking about getting the book for free, if you are, I have it available in the Kindle Lending Library. So if you're a member of that Kindle Library Club, I don't have the name of it right, but if you are, you would know what I'm talking about. You know, it's available for free through there. So do check it out. Check out the year ahead readings. It's going to be spooky, spooky, but cool. Really cool and spooky. Not spooky in a bad way. Magical. Just totally magical and powerful. Use the power wisely. I came up with somebody's reading the other day. It's like, take the power of this. So you know something's happening. Don't be fearful of it. Or, oh God, what, giving your power away, what's it going to do to me? What's going to happen to me? What am I going to do to it? What am I going to do with it? How can I best utilize this powerful energy to release, to be aware of what I want to release, I suppose, first with the full moon shining the light, and then to release it as the moon is waning. And we will be moving into some eclipses here, I think, coming up. There's definitely some at the end of the year. We're gonna be in eclipse season next month again. All right, everybody. So thanks for tuning in. Thank you for everything you do and supporting me through buying my decks and books and shirts and whatnot. Check it all out. It's on the website. Everything is linked below. If you enjoy my content, please do hit the subscribe button. Remember that you are love and beauty incarnate. Have a great month of... Well, it's a great month of end of October, but it's actually the great full moon of the Great Pumpkin. That's what I was just saying. It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, though. Great full moon, Halloween, Samhain, All Hallows Eve in Taurus. Okay, that's it for now. Bye.